All right, welcome in everyone. A little special episode for y'all tonight. NFL draft preview. You see the new logo up. Season three been through. It's going to be year three for us. We're excited to be here. A little impromptu show tonight, talking NFL draft, something that we've been pretty profitable on. Also, give you all maybe a little insight on what's to come with college football breakdowns through the summer, what we're planning, everything like that. But yeah, Jinx Flake John back in here hosting. We got my boy the conductor up at top, Big T, and the closer himself, my boy Jose. How y'all been?
Good, brother. It's good to be here. We at least have some sort of football, something or another that we can discuss because it's that time of year where you start to feel the urge and the itch to start watching some ball again. So
Yeah.
at least we got something now to discuss, and look forward to it. Draft coming up here pretty shortly, and whatnot. So yeah, we're pretty excited to dig in a little bit.
Yeah.
The draft will always hold a special place, I think, for all of us because of what happened. Was it 3 drafts ago?
Yeah,
When the
AR.
Colts took Anthony Richardson, despite all odds, literally because I think Will Levis was like the overwhelming favorite, and the whole day we just kept throwing money on Anthony Richardson, and when they announced his name, I think we all like jumped up and went crazy at home. So yeah, the draft's always going to be something special for us. And another quick story, real quick. Last year, I had the same sort of bet. I had the Cowboys to draft Tyler Warren, the tight end from Penn State, and we had a draft party at my house. A lot of people were there, and they come up to announce the pick. Tyler Warren's still on the board, and Roger Goodell comes up, and Roger says, with whatever pick the Dallas Cowboys select, Tyler. And we just start going nuts in my house. Everybody knows I have a slip on Tyler Warren. We're going nuts. We're all going crazy. I jump up and celebrate because he was like plus 1,000 or something like that. Everyone's going nuts. And then my little brother's like, Junior. They call me Junior. Like, Junior. And I was like, what? He's like, who did you say? And I was like, Tyler Warren. And he was like, Tyler Warren's black? And I was like, what? I was like, no, he's white. And he said, "That's Tyler Warren. That's not Tyler Warren then." And they show the camera, and it's Tyler Booker, the guard from Alabama.
Yeah.
And the soul was just crushed out of my body for the next like 2 weeks after that one. That one was rough. So the draft always is full of surprises, but we look forward to it.
Yeah. Yeah. We love the draft. Tonight we're gonna do a little bit. We're gonna do our own mock draft. We'll have one pulled up here. We're gonna simulate our own mock draft. And then from there, we'll go over a few bets that we're liking, and we'll wrap up the show for tonight. But we're going to go ahead and hop over to our mock draft here. All right. Make sure that pulls up. All right, we're going to do round one of this mock draft here. We start. We're going to be all the teams, and let's do it. I'll go first here. Pretty easy one for me. I ain't taking long with it. We know Fernando Mendoza is going to the Raiders at number 1. And then number 2, that's where it gets interesting. The Jets. This one's going to go over to you, Jose. What do you think the Jets are going to do here at number 2?
Well, if you would ask me a day or two ago, I'd have been a lot more confident in this pick, just based on what I was hearing. People that I know, people that I trust and follow, they seem pretty dead set that it's going to be David Bailey out of Texas Tech and formerly Stanford. He was, I want to say, as high as plus 300, plus 325 earlier in the draft cycle. Those numbers have since come down. And for a while, he was a pretty big favorite. However, I think there was news coming out on the last day that David Bailey's Jets visit was canceled, or he had a meeting with them that's no longer in place. And since then, the odds have come in on Arvell Reese. He's a Buckeye to be the number 2 pick. I'm going to stick to the people I follow here, people that I trust, who have money on David Bailey. I'll say David Bailey's the second pick in the draft. I think he's one of the better defensive ends that we've seen in the last 5 years. The only question mark I have with David Bailey really is just his level of competition. But even then, he looked pretty damn good in the CFP. So I feel pretty confident saying David Bailey's going to be your second pick, and he's plus money right now if you want him.
Yeah, I like David Bailey too. Over to the Cardinals here. For what it's worth, we're not going to do trades tonight. I do think this is a pick that could be traded though with the Cardinals. But for purpose of the show, number 3 pick, Arizona Cardinals. Big T, what are you thinking the Cardinals do here?
I do also think that this is very likely that a pick that gets traded, but on the sake of the show and thinking that they do stay here, I think it's going to be 1 or 2 people. I would be shocked if Arvell falls past 3. Right here, I do think it's going to be David Bailey or Arvell Reese in that 2 and 3 spot. But if it's not Arvell Reese, I think I would go with Francis from Miami, because I do think they need offensive line help. I know they need quarterback, is a big concern for them, but I do believe that's going to be something they address next year in next year's draft, because the quarterback class is going to be just a little bit better next year with a lot more names coming out. So,
or even a later pick,
or even a later pick. So, as of right now, I'm gonna go Arvell Reese at number 3, just because it may not be necessarily the biggest need, but I think best available. I don't think there's any way that he slides that far out of the top 4. So I'm gonna go Arvell Reese.
Yeah. I like that pick a lot. And I'm going to go over here to my home state of the Tennessee Titans with the number 4 pick. Listen, Robert Saleh being there, I would not count it out for him to go Sonny Styles or if Arvell is there. But I do think they probably will take the best offensive talent here in Jeremiah Love. So that's who I'm going to pick. But do not put it past Robert Saleh, very defensive-minded guy. If Bailey, Reese, or Styles is there, it would not shock me if he took any of those guys.
Yeah.
Now we go to the Giants at number 5, Jose. What are we thinking over here in New York?
Yeah, a lot of different ways they can go here, guys. You have Jackson Dart at quarterback. I guess you have to supply him with some weapons. They have Malik Neighbors, obviously. Whether or not you really believe in Jackson Dart, that's still up to be decided, I guess. Me personally, I thought Jeremiah Love, if Jeremiah Love is there at 5, I think they go Jeremiah Love. But again, just going off the best player on the board here, you have a couple more Buckeyes right here. I'm going to say Sonny Styles. I think you can't go wrong with him. I think his test scores have been some of the best we'll ever see in regards to his athleticism.
Yeah.
And players that test that high typically don't. They turn out to be really, really damn good NFL players. So I'll say Sonny Styles at 5.
Yeah. We're gonna go here to Tyler's brother's team, the Cleveland Browns. What are they saying over there in Cleveland?
I think if Francis is still here at this point, I think that's the route they go. On the offensive side of the ball, because they do need some tackle help up front. And I do believe that he is the best one available, and the best one in this draft. So I do believe they will go Francis at this spot. I've also would not surprise me one bit if they went Carnell Tate here. I think that would also be a pretty safe pick, or a pretty good pick for them. But as of right now, I'm going to go with Francis, because I do think, especially with what it looking like as far as their quarterback situation goes, with possibly giving Shedeur a chance, or really whoever that they have in that quarterback room right now. I do think that they would want to give him some protection. So I'm going to go with Francis here.
Yeah. Next up, the Redskins. The Redskins, the Commanders.
The commies.
Yeah. At this point, I don't think Carnell makes it past this point. He might go a little bit sooner, but this has got to be Carnell Tate. Yeah. Got to get some support out there in the wide receiver room. The Commanders take the Carnell Tate from Ohio State at number 7. Now we go to the Saints at number 8. I have no idea what the Saints are going to do. Jose, what are you thinking?
Yeah, me either. I thought Carnell Tate, if he slips this far, will probably go to New Orleans. I thought Tyler Shough looked pretty damn good last year, all things considered, and I think he's someone you could try and build around. Again, just going off their team needs here and just going off the players that are still on the board, I'm going to go ahead and give them it's really between 2 players here. It's between Ruben Bain or Mansour Delane. But because he's a hometown guy, maybe I'll just give him Mansour Delane, cornerback from LSU.
Okay.
I have no confidence
sense
in what the Saints are going to do, but I'll give him Mansour, someone who I thought played pretty well this year, to be fair.
Yeah. Going to the Chiefs, Kansas City. What are you thinking here, Big T?
I think Ruben Bain doesn't fall past here, to be honest with you, at number 9. If he's still here, and with them losing both their corners, if Mansour was here at this point in the game, I would put him there. So I would say either Ruben Bain or Mansour Delane, but for the sake of this, we'll say Ruben going at 9. They definitely need some pass rushing ability help and some corner help. So either one would be fine. But the Chiefs are also known to pull a rabbit out of their hat.
Yeah, I could see him go wide receiver here, Mekhi or Tyson for sure. But yeah, the Chiefs are kind of a little bit of a wild card.
Yeah.
Over at the Bengals, I'm pretty confident in this pick. If he makes it this far, it's going to be Caleb Downs, one of the smartest players in the draft here, football IQ wise, one of the better players on the defensive side of the ball. I honestly don't think he'll make it till 10. I've been talking to Tyler on the side about trying to find some way to bet him to be in the top 10. I've been looking for the best odds I can possibly find. But yeah, Caleb Downs, I don't think he'll go past 10 here. Bengals get them a safety from Ohio State. Now we go to the Dolphins at 11. Jose, what do you think? Actually, Tyler, you do the Dolphins.
Do you want to go real quick, Tyler, just so I get the Cowboys?
Yeah, let Jose have the Cowboys here. We'll let Tyler go.
Also, if I may just say something real quick on that point, I think one of the bets I'm looking to place right now is first safety off the board. I'm not sure what the odds are. I guess we could discuss it later. But I'm actually going to place Dylan Tineman as the first safety off the board. To be honest with you, I don't really know. I'm not saying Caleb Downs can't go top 10, but I think Dylan Tineman has some real potential, guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's better if Tyler goes here so I can get the Cowboys.
Yeah. Let's let Jose have the Cowboys. That's his team. What do you think the Dolphins do here at 11, Big T?
Well, the Dolphins need a lot. To be honest with you, they need a whole lot on both sides of the ball. But for the sake of picking right now, I do think they take a chance on Jermar McCoy, corner for Tennessee. They desperately need some defense. I mean, they desperately need a lot of help on every position. I also thought possibly here, especially now with Jalen Waddle being gone and Jordan Tyson or Mekhi Lemon going in this spot and looking like Tyreek's not going to be there either. So if that's the case, then they're really going to need some help on the offensive side of the ball. So tentatively, I'm going to say Jermar McCoy, but do not be surprised at all if you see a second receiver go off the board here.
And the Cowboys now at number 12, a team that's been rumored to want to move up in this draft, make a trade. Jose, what are we hearing out of Dallas?
Yeah, I mean, if there's an opportunity to move up and get Sonny Styles, they're going to do that. That's what I've been hearing. I think he's worth it. He's obviously a Buckeye, so I'm going to have a little a bias towards him. But still, I think regardless of whether or not I was a fan of them, again, you can't ignore those test scores. And if there's an opportunity to move up, they will move up. That being said, I'm going to throw a wrench in this draft real quick. I'm going to go off just what I think they're going to do. It may not be what they're actually going to do, but this is just, as someone who's kind of plugged in a little bit, I would not be surprised if this is the route they went. I don't know what the odds are yet. I'm going to take a look later, but I think at number 12, if he's there, I have him as my top receiver on the board. I think the Cowboys draft Mekhi Lemon here, and I'll tell you why. Because I'm still not sure. I'm still not convinced they're going to pay George Pickens. I don't think they really want to. I mean, I guess in essence, yeah, they kind of do, but in the grand scheme of things, they realized that George Pickens was more of a rental of anything. And we franchised him, but if they don't work it out long term, I think Mekhi Lemon's an excellent player to replace him with. Does that make a lot of sense? Not really. But sometimes that's what Jerry Jones is known for, to do kind of weird shit. So I'm going to say Mekhi Lemon to Dallas to be that George Pickens replacement. I think he's the best receiver on the board anyways.
Yeah. 13, the Rams here. I was going to say Lemon or Jordan Tyson. You got some trouble with Puka off the field. You got Devontae Adams pretty up there in age, hitting 34 now. I think Jordan Tyson or Mekhi will go here. But for the sake of this draft, I'm going to say Jordan Tyson will go to the Rams here at 13. Baltimore, 14. Big T, what are we thinking?
I do think Baltimore goes defense here with Jesse Minter, now being head coach, defensive guy. Mm-hmm. So I definitely do think that they go defense, and it's looking like Matabike is probably done for good. with football, with what he's got going on. So as of right now, I am going to put Keldrick Falk going here to Baltimore.
Okay.
At 19. I do think they need some pass rush. They do need some help on the defense. So yeah, I'm gonna go Keldrick Falk here at 14.
Okay. We've got the Buccaneers here at 15. Jose, what do you think the Tampa Bay is going to do here at 15? We got a lot of offensive linemen here on the board.
Yeah, a lot of offensive linemen, and for them though, they're kind of have the luxury of kind of avoiding that because they have obviously Tristan Wirfs there at left tackle. You got Baker Mayfield protected. Again, just based off their team needs, can go a few different routes here. I'm gonna go with a player who I was very impressed with, especially as the season went on. And again, he's a little lower on this consensus board, but I'll give him Akeem Mesidor from Miami. I like this guy's game a lot. I think he's one of the better defensive ends in this draft. And again, just based on what I've seen from the U this season, I thought he was just as good as Ruben Bain, to be honest with you. Yeah.
Okay. Here at 16, the Jets. I honestly have no idea what they're going to do with this pick. I've actually been seeing Kenyon Sadiq mocked here, the tight end from Oregon. I do think that is a good play for them to kind of get some more offensive pieces. So that is where I'm going to go here, and Kenyon Sadiq, if he falls to 16. I have seen him mocked a little bit higher and some, but I don't think he'll get past the Jets here at 16. Detroit, Tyler.
I think they go Spencer Fano here. I think they go offensive line. I think they address that need. It's not shocking that they desperately need some help up front. So I do think that they go Spencer Fano here and get them a tackle.
Okay. Minnesota 18.
To me, this is the most obvious pick in the draft. If he's here, it would be Dylan Tiedemann to replace Harrison Smith there for Minnesota. Again, I like this guy's game a lot. I thought he was fantastic. Even his time at Purdue, he was far and away the best player on that roster when he was there. Really impressed with this guy. I think he has potential to go higher in this draft than 18. But for now, for the purposes of this one, I think it's a perfect fit for him.
Okay. 19 here, we got the Panthers, a team that made the playoffs this year. A player that I've kind of been hearing a lot of rumors here for the Panthers. We're going to go over here to the defensive side of the ball. And it is the safety from Toledo here, Emmanuel McNeil Warren. I know he's a little further down, but I do think he might climb in to that first round. I know he's projected kind of the 38th best player, but I could see the Panthers taking McNeil Warren here from Toledo. Jose, I'm going to throw it back to you here since we got the Cowboys back on the board at 20.
Yeah, you really can't go wrong drafting a Toledo secondary player. Kenyon Mitchell. There was someone else got drafted recently too. They produce a lot of good players like that. But yeah, back to the Cowboys. Look, they're going to need a corner at some point. I'm going to take a shot right here with another corner. He may not be as highly rated as some of the other guys, but you know what? I think this guy, when you watch him play, and you watched him play a lot last year, he was an absolute baller. The size is not there, but I'm okay with that. I want D'Angelo Pons out of Indiana. Because when you watch this guy play, right, Tyler, this guy fucking makes plays, dude. So give me D'Angelo Pons out of – I'm not really sure where his rating is at. But give me he might be maybe a second-round guy right now. Yeah, 40. I think he might go higher. So I'll take D'Angelo Pons out of IU.
Okay. I'm actually going to do this Pittsburgh pick and let Tyler go Chargers here. Pittsburgh, we're going to shore up some of this offensive line here. We're going to take a guard from Penn State. I'm not even going to try to say his name, but I do believe they try to shore up some of that offensive line there in Pittsburgh. 22 here, we got the Chargers. What are you hearing out of that camp, Big T? This is your team.
I do think if he's available, I don't know how to say his name either. There at the guards used had to go at 21. I do think we get him at 22. I mean, it's no question that we desperately need interior line.
Yeah.
In a bad way. I don't know how we feel. Like I don't know. I don't think that this front office is also the type to. I know we desperately need it, but I don't know if he's a top 22 player coming into the draft. But I do believe he's tested well and has worked out very well. So I think he's kind of moved himself into that spot. If he is available at 22, I would say we draft him. If he's not available at 22, I think we get Peter Woods from Clemson to help with some
D
interior
tackle.
D-line help. Yes. I do believe that we take him there at 22 if we do not get guard from Penn State.
Okay. Philadelphia Eagles at number 23 here, Jose. What are you thinking Philly will do right here at 23?
Yeah, another pick where I think it's a little too. I'm not even sure if he's. Did someone already take Kenyon Sadiq? Please say no.
Yes, he did.
Yes.
He did. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I would have taken Kenyon Sadiq here at tight end.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Another player who I think has potential to go a little higher than we anticipate. He's kind of been rising up in the rankings recently. And I do believe they need it. Yeah, team needs is Omar Cooper out of Indiana. Back-to-back Hoosiers for me. He's really been flying up these boards recently, guys. And if you watched him play at IU, I know Surratt got a lot of the attention, but Cooper is just as good as good, guys. So yeah, give me him as well, especially considering we don't really know how AJ Brown's future is going to fare right now.
Yeah. I'm going to shore up some linemen here in Cleveland, and we're going to say Caden Proctor will go to Cleveland here at number 24. The Bears, a team that has all the offensive power, needs some defensive help. What are you thinking the Bears will do right here, Big T?
Yeah, I think they're going to go with the interior D-line, and I think Caden McDonald will go here to the Bears at 25. It's no shocker there that they need some defensive help, and I think they get a good one here, so I think that's where they go.
Okay. The Buffalo Bills, Jose, 26.
Yeah, a team with a lot of needs. I'm going to go on the defensive side, guys. At the linebacker position, I'm going to grab C.J. Allen out of UGA, Georgia. I think in the right situation, he could be really good. But I do feel like there's some bust potential here as well. Interesting player, interesting evaluation. But I'll go C.J. Allen for here for the Bills.
Okay. Niners here kind of need some offensive line help, some help at receiver. I wouldn't put it past them to go Concepcion here, but you got Monroe Freeling still on the board at O tackle. So I'm going to say the Niners take him from the University of Georgia. The Texans next, Tyler, at number 28.
I've gone back and forth with this one. I've gone between D tackle and offensive tackle, and I think I'm going to go Caleb Banks here, defensive tackle. I think that defense carried them really far.
There he is.
And I think they're going to continue to build on that. I do believe that they're going to kind of ride that out on the offensive side of the ball because I do think their defense carried them so well that they're going to still kind of ride that wave. So for now, I'm going to go Caleb Banks.
Okay. For the purpose of this draft, we had Kansas City already take some defensive help. I'm going to go offensive help here in KC Concepcion, going to the Chiefs at number 29. And we got the Dolphins here at 30. Jose?
Who do they take? Who do we have them take earlier? The Finns?
Ruben Bain.
Ruben Bain, right?
Yeah.
So no, Ruben Bain went to. We had Ruben Bain going to Kansas City.
Huh?
We had Ruben Bain going to Kansas City.
That's what I said.
Jamal McCoy. Yeah, Jamal McCoy.
Oh, yeah. Miami took McCoy. Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Again, could use some offensive tackle help. Caleb Lomu is still on the board for the Dolphins. I'll give him Caleb Lomu. I don't think he slides as far in real life, anyways.
Yeah, for sure. Patriots, Big T.
I do believe that they need some pass rusher help. I do believe that they need some defensive help, but I don't know that there's one really worth taking at this point in the draft. I would wait, to be 100% honest with you. If Denzel Boston is still there for Washington, I think they take a stab on him, getting another weapon for Drake May in that offense. I do think they desperately need some defensive help, but I do think they can wait on that until the second round. So for right now, I'm going to go Denzel Boston.
Okay. And the Seattle Seahawks, they only have 4 picks this year in this draft, so they got to kind of do what they can with what they have, right? And for me, their biggest need is running back, and I'm going to go to Jarian Price here at 32. I think that they really need help on the offensive side of the ball. Kenneth Walker leaves for Kansas City, and Zach Charbonnet has a torn ACL. So I think that they need to get help on the offensive side of the ball. But
I'm glad you took him, John, because that was my question to you guys. Do you guys think it's over 1.5 running backs in the first round? I'm not sure what the odds are on that, but that was a bet I was looking at.
It was minus something on Bet365 earlier.
If it comes down to Seattle, it will come down to Seattle at that number 32 pick.
Actually, over 1.5 is at plus 400 right now.
Yeah, I think it will come down to Seattle at that 32nd pick. Could they wait and probably move up or get them later? Yeah, but I don't know if they want to take that chance with only having 4 picks.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so now we're going to move over here to Bet365. They have, and from what I've seen, they have the most markets up for bets. So if there's anything you guys want to pull up, we can pull it up here. But one that I'll go ahead and start while you guys are kind of looking. But one that I really wanted to, one that I've been interested in, but it's been moving out of my direction here, is Caleb Downs to be a top 10 pick. And he's last night I texted Tyler, he was like minus 200. He's up to minus 550 now to be a top 10 pick. That is a number I won't take at that point. But we do see Ruben Bain down here at minus 200, Jermod McCoy, Dylan Thiemann, all these, Makai Lemon, Jordan Tyson, they're in plus money. So some of those, are interesting. We'll have to kind of see what happens when we get closer to the draft. Running backs drafted over 1.5 is plus 400. That's something I might honestly take a stab at.
Mm-hmm. What's quarterbacks drafted at?
Quarterbacks drafted in the first round
is 130 earlier.
Minus 130 over 1.5. You got Arizona sitting back there. If they do trade back, you could really see them kind of do a 2-for-1 there, and grab Ty Simpson maybe.
What do you guys think of Ty Simpson since we're here? Do you think he's? I mean, what's your read on him?
I don't think he's bad. But I think he's
in the first round.
Yeah,
is he a first round talent?
I don't think so.
No, I don't think he's a first round talent. I'm trying to think of a comparison. I just can't. I compare Fernando Mendoza to Kirk Cousins a lot. I think he's the next Kirk Cousins.
Let's play a game. Fernando Mendoza or Cam Ward, last year's first round pick?
Give me Cam.
Yeah, I'll go Cam.
I would say Cam Ward.
Yeah.
And I don't know about Ty. I really don't. I really don't think he's a first round pick. I do think there's potential because there was a point obviously last season where he was like Heisman talk. You know what I mean? Yeah. And playing really well. So I do think there's potential there. So I do think if he goes day 2, it'll be early day 2. And potentially somebody even day 2 trading up to get him pretty early. But I don't know. I know he tested well and interviewed well. So I know that's got him a lot of hype, but also at the same time, it's like you look at the film and you just don't know.
Yeah.
Kind of if it's over 1.5 quarterbacks at minus 130, then Ty Simpson to be a first round pick should also be minus 130.
It is.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, yeah, you might be able to find some. Just check your books. You might be able to find a little bit of value there. It's like, 10, 20 cents of value.
Mm-hmm.
The numbers are off. Look,
it's
to be
exactly
a first round,
minus 130. Yep.
A name that I brought up earlier that I'm interested to be a first round pick. What were the odds on D'Angelo Ponce?
Plus 800.
Really?
Yeah. Another one too, which is not the best odds, but I've heard Terrell going in the first a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Plus 120 there. That's at plus money.
Hey, D'Angelo Ponce is a fucking ball player, dude. I'll tell you right now.
Oh yeah. I could see I could see Jacob Rodriguez sneaking into the first 2 in the first round too.
And I'm off. I can't think of anyone off the top of my head, but that screen you just had up right now, John, to be a first round pick,
Mhm.
Jadarian Price is plus 500, and over
Yeah.
1.5 running backs is plus 400.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you rather just take Jadarian? Wouldn't you rather just take Jadarian Price at plus 500?
Yeah. The only other person there really considering would be Mike Washington Jr., who's plus 2,500. So
No.
exactly. No, exactly.
I mean, he tested well, but no. I mean, do I
no.
think he upped his draft stock to day 2? Yeah, but the first round, no.
Yeah, but first round pick, Tyler.
No,
So,
I
again,
trust
just-
me, I get it now.
Do some fish, you know what I mean? Just take a look around. That's essentially the same bet right there, and you're getting a better number on Jadarian Price first round pick.
Here's some specials. 2 offensive linemen selected in the top 10. Yes is plus 200.
Is there a number on Dylan Tanneman to go be first safety off the board?
Yeah, I can find that.
That's a bet I'm looking to place, to be honest with you.
On the 2 offensive linemen, originally I would tell you yes. Now I would tell you no.
You know, there was a while where I thought it was a lock to be 2 top linemen going top 10. Now it's
Yeah.
I don't know that anymore.
Yeah, now I don't think I could get there. A couple of them have dropped pretty well. Like Caleb Long, who's dropped pretty well there for a while. He was projected pretty high, but he's dropped.
Both Utah tackles, yeah.
They got second safety drafted at minus 330. They don't have first.
Well,
So
that's essentially the same pick right there. If you bet Caleb Downs, I mean, if Caleb Downs doesn't go first, he's going to go second.
Yeah.
So if the second safety drafted Caleb Downs 1,400, that's essentially the same thing as Dylan Tanneman be the first safety off the board.
Exactly. Yeah. You're right about that. What else was there on here? These draft specials. Colleges with multiple ticks. In 2012, 10 different schools had multiple players selected in the first round. Can round 1 of this draft meet or exceed this mark? 10 different schools to have multiple players in the first round.
I'm going to say no.
Ohio State, Miami, Alabama, Georgia.
No. Who's the 2 from Bama? Who's the 2 from Bama?
I don't have anybody.
Proctor?
Maybe Caden
Proctor, maybe?
Yeah, Proctor might.
I'm not that high on him, to be honest with you. I mean, it'd be Caden Proctor and Ty Simpson would be the one too.
It'd be Ty Simpson. Yeah.
Okay, so let's say that he's dealing with 3.
Indiana, maybe.
Indiana, they will. Mendoza and I would assume Cooper.
Possibly Clemson if TJ Parker and Peter
Woods.
And Terrell.
Terrell and Woods. Yeah, Peter Woods too. Yeah, okay, I see that.
So there's 5.
Georgia.
They've got 1. Maybe
They've
possibly
got Allen and Freeling.
I don't know about Allen.
Yeah.
CJ Allen, I think he goes. And there's a good possibility he goes the first. I think if he's there at 15, I think he could go at 15.
Yeah. Notre Dame.
Lavonte David.
If Price went at 32, then you'd have Notre Dame.
So say 6.
Yeah.
I don't know that I could get there at 12.
Yeah.
I can't get to that.
Because that was 3
or 10
stretches, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
What are the odds? What are the odds on that again? To not break that?
For yes, it is plus 325.
Oh, okay, no, it's not. That's not good. Right?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
This is interesting one. Alabama will have one plus player drafted in the top 20. Yes is plus 170. For the first time in nearly 2 decades, this streak will be put to the test. Can Caden Proctor or Ty Simpsons go in the top 20? Yes is plus 170.
If it's going to be anybody, it's going to be Caden Proctor. I have seen a couple of mock drafts having Caden Proctor go into the Texans at 28, but I don't know that I've seen anything of him going higher.
Yeah.
I don't know about that one.
Carnell Tate and Makai Lemon to both be drafted in the top 15 is plus 110.
Who?
Carnell Tate and Makai Lemon drafted in the top 15. For both of them to go in the top 15 is plus 110. That's plus money.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah,
I could definitely. Yeah, I wouldn't mind.
Get there.
Yeah, I can get there on that one.
Yeah.
Here you go. This is plus 500 too. Jeremiah Love and Jadarian Price to be drafted in the first round. So,
yeah. You see, I don't.
Dylan Thieneman and Kenyon Sadiq to go top 15 is plus 600. I don't know if
Hmm.
Sadiq will go
it's not
top 15.
I don't know. I'm not sure either one of them will top 15.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I do think they both.
I like Tiedemann, but I'll take a shot on him.
Here you go. Here you go. Mendoza first pick and no other quarterback drafted in the first round is plus 100. So it's essentially saying, does Ty Simpson go round 1 or not?
My gut tells me yes, he goes round 1. You guys are telling me no, but I think he does. I feel like I've seen enough out of him to maybe take a shot on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Because there's nobody else, right? It's Ty Simpson. Who's the next
we
quarterback
see
on the
the
board?
if we see the Cardinals move back like they want to, I think he'll be a first round pick.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, it's what Nussmeier, Carson Beck, Kate Klubnik, Drew Aller.
It's definitely. I mean, I could see a dumbass taking a chance on Drew Aller.
Maybe, yeah.
I could see Tomlin taking a shot on Carson Beck, but
Mm-hmm.
those are long shots. It's not like I can't. That shouldn't happen.
Yeah. This line's moved to Caleb Downs. This is over under. Caleb Downs over under 9.5. Overs plus 140. Unders minus 180 now. It was the opposite yesterday. So
really,
yeah. Carnell Tate over under 7.5 plus 200 on the over, minus 270 on the under.
Carnell Tate over 7.5 plus 200.
Yeah. Thieneman over 17.5 minus 165, under 17.5 plus 130.
Oh, I could get there.
I would say, that
plus 130. I could see myself having some money.
That sounds enticing.
Yeah.
Plus 130. Yeah. I don't think he makes the 18.
Yeah.
I don't think he does either. KC Concepcion over 24.5 at plus 140.
You think he goes higher or lower than that? What do you want?
I think he goes higher.
Higher is in what? I'm not.
I had him at 29, 28, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think there's a good chance he could go to. I think what was the number? 24.5?
24.5.
Yeah, I mean, I think honestly the earliest I would say he goes would be 26 to Buffalo.
Yeah. Kenyon Sadiq over 15.5 is at plus 100, under at minus 130.
Who's going to get under?
What's Sonny Styles at? What do they have him at?
Minus 110, minus 110, over under 5.5.
Really?
Mm-hmm. If the Cowboys make that trade, that number's going to be off the board.
I would be shocked even if they don't make the trade. He makes it past 5, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was going to say that seems kind of high.
That does seem kind of high.
I feel like he kind of has to go under, guys. He's
once
in a lifetime athlete.
Yeah. Like, there's got to be some value there at minus 110.
The only problem with Sonny Styles is that at Ohio State, like he tested great, and yes, he had some good plays, but he never put it all together. Like not on the field. He wasn't like a he never had the highs that like Caleb Downs had, for example, or Arvell Reese. That's the only question with him.
Yeah. Ty Simpson over 24.5 is minus 310, under is plus 230. I mean, that one, there's not a lot of value there. I think it's over. He's gonna be a late first round pick in my opinion.
Yeah. Someone will trade back in for him.
Yeah.
I would be shocked if he goes under 24.5. Like,
no, he won't.
There's no way.
What is the? Oh, they don't even have the Cowboys on here. I was gonna say.
Yeah, they do.
Where? Did I?
I thought so. Oh no, they don't. Interesting.
Yeah.
What do they have the Chargers doing?
Minus 110 for a D lineman, edge rusher.
Yeah.
Plus 150 for O lineman.
I did read something yesterday saying that the visit with Peter Woods was really well.
Yeah.
Really well.
Hey, I was gonna see what they had the Cowboys at.
They don't trust us yet. We have too many question marks.
Anything else? Let's see.
Is it on
Anything else you
BetOnline,
guys?
Cowboys and Israel? Let's see.
I bet it's on DraftKings.
What's that corners line drafted in the first round?
Corners.
Yeah.
Over 4.5 plus 350. Under 4.5 minus 500.
4.5. So what? Mansour, Jamad, Avion Terrell.
Mansour, Jamad.
Yeah, I mean, other than that would be what?
Pawns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that Brandon Cisse or whatever from South Carolina there for a little bit was getting some first round love, but
Yeah.
I think he's fallen quite a bit. Colton Hood.
Colton will go first round.
Not a whole lot left. I see really. Yeah, it should be interesting. You know, there's smoke. There's smoke at times. We know how this works. We've been here
Yeah.
before. Lines shift quickly. Books panic sometimes and change an odd. And then just recently, the Will Levis thing. Books freaked out over a Reddit post and it went through the roof, his odds. And then look what happened to him. So
That's how it goes sometimes.
don't trust everything you hear. Trust your gut with the draft, in my opinion. There's a lot of smoke, a lot of bull crap that comes out. So, but yeah, I think that will about wrap it up here for our draft show. Unless you guys have anything you want to add, it was fun. I love doing mock drafts. I'm excited for next Thursday to see what actually happens, and I will definitely have some money on it.
Yeah, it's the draft. Like I said earlier, it's one of our favorite things to do. I think it's a great transition to the new season as we get ready to ramp up football again. It's just great to be talking football with you guys in general, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Big T, you got anything you want to add?
I mean, I'm just ready for it. Ready to have something on the TV football related. I guess UFL's on, and also have y'all watched that? It's also not that bad.
What is it?
No,
UFL?
Nah, I haven't watched it.
I mean, it's not great. Let's not get around. I'm not going to promote it big time.
What's a 4-point field goal?
I mean, it scratches the edge for some ball. But
I don't mind. I just like watching the UFL to see players that I remember in college. I'm like, oh, look, he's playing there. Like, oh, I remember this guy. He's playing.
Yeah.
There. That's it's like when you watch I don't watch the NBA at all. But I'll watch it now just because it's the playoffs.
Yeah.
And to hear some of the players. To hear some of the names on the roster, I'm just like, oh, I remember that dude. He played at whatever Marquette. He played at whatever Fresno State. It's just refreshing to see some of these guys actually make it. So,
I mean, they had some decently they were big names in college anyway. I know for the Birmingham team, I'll say John Ross is a receiver, Justin Ross from Clemson.
Tiamo what team is he on? Tiamo?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know what team he's on, but
I remember at Ole Miss he was fucking dirty.
Matt Corral is playing in it.
Yeah.
Deion Kane from Clemson is playing in it. KJ Hamler, Penn State, he's playing in it.
Sounds like Clemson just sucks.
Yeah. Hakeem Butler.
Hey, we're about 3 months away from breakdowns. I already got a lot to say about Clemson. I got a lot. I'm gonna bury their grave this year. Some early intel. I'm burying it. It's over. It's done. We're done. Yeah, hey, I'll tell you this though, guys. Are we considering this draft to be officially season 3 of the Boulevard, or is this the wrap up to season 2 as we transition to season 3?
Season 3. We'll say season 3.
Precursor.
I mean, look, guys, I got some games up. Some look ahead games up.
So was that week 0?
I was telling you guys before the show. I drove to Arizona the other day just to pick a future for next year's college basketball.
Texas minus 1.5 against Ohio State on Saturday, September 12th.
That's gonna be nuts.
Yeah,
that's gonna be fire.
Baylor, Auburn, NC State, Virginia, North Carolina, TCU. There's some odds out there.
Yeah. Boy, John's already chomping at the fucking bit.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's talk about it. When can we expect to be back, you guys? I mean, obviously, we're heading into a dry spell now, but I know.
Yeah.
For me personally, I know I don't really know where you guys stand on soccer, but I would like to maybe do a World Cup preview.
Yeah, I would be. I think you guys could probably expect a little bit of a World Cup preview out of us, just to give you guys something to listen to, a little content. Jose's
something to keep the
Jose's
Our
a big
gears falling.
soccer guy. Yeah, honestly, to all of our viewers, listeners, subscribers we have, we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. We hate these big, long breaks that we have to do, but it's just kind of part of it in the moment because number one, the hardest thing with NCAA basketball, we don't do NBA. NCAA basketball and MLB is there's games every single day, so we can't just do look aheads and this and that. It's really hard to talk about. But we could definitely do a World Cup. Maybe even do a little tennis at some point or something. Just to kind of get us going here and before we have to hit previews. Maybe do I don't know, just look at transfer portals one day. Like we would love to do that stuff for you guys just to kind of get something out there for y'all to listen to while you're waiting. So
I say we schedule that. We'll say a month from now or a few weeks from now, we schedule just a meeting, a live meeting, just talking about, an update on the college football off season as we get ready to start doing some breakdowns.
And we'll have some hard dates for you guys to like, hey, we're going to do a World Cup show this day. We're going to break down this. Me and Jose we do like betting tennis. We'll do a tennis breakdown just for fun. And then we'll say, hey, listen, we'll do we're going to start talking transfer portal this week, and then we'll have some hard dates for you guys. And we'll say in about a month, drafts in a week. So this will give you guys something to listen to for a week. We'll have the draft, and then we'll come back here in about 3 weeks and after the draft and do a little schedule preview for you guys. We'll have a schedule out. So that's the plan. We appreciate everyone sticking with us here, 50 subscribers. Year 3. So let's try and double it, get to 100. But ultimately, if we just had you 50, we're happy with that. We just enjoy the people listening, hanging out, talking ball with us. So we appreciate all you guys tuning in. We love you guys, and we'll be back here in about 3-4 weeks with a hard schedule to get you through the summer and get you back into NCAA football at the end of August. So,
yes, sir.
You guys sound good with you guys?
Yeah,
ready to rock.
All right. Well, we appreciate y'all. Yeah, we appreciate y'all. We'll have we kind of wait a little bit closer to the draft here, but maybe we'll tweet out or post in Reddit or something. Or even on the action page, some bets for you guys to follow for the NFL draft sometime next week here. So we're just going to kind of see what we hear and see a little bit more here over the weekend and into next week. But appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Good to be back here with you tonight, fellas. And we'll get a schedule ready and put together for y'all. But, yep. Peace, love, and we'll see y'all soon.
Yep. See ya.